Hello, my name is Elsa and I am here at the CH Booth Library because I'm so excited to make some new friends. I used to stay in my room all the time and I didn't want to make any friends. I have powers and that makes me different from everyone that I know. Now I've learned to control my powers. Look, no gloves. I used to conceal, don't feel, put on a show, make one wrong move and everyone will know. But now, instead of hiding who I am, I'm proud of who I am. I've learned how to be the best Elsa I can be, and I'm learning more about it every day. Every day's a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go? Do you know where? Can you sing it with me? Into the unknown, into the unknown, into the unknown. I did go into the unknown and I learned all kinds of things about myself there. We're going to talk a lot about that adventure, but first, I need to know who my new friends are. No matter what you're typing, I get to see it. As soon as you press send, it shows up like magic for me so I can see everything about you. Let's start with your name. You know my name is Elsa, and I bet you know the names of some people that matter to me a lot too. I have one sister, and she's younger than me. She's really nice and never ever gives up on somebody. And do you know her name? Yep, her name is Anna. And also, I have a friend, let me see how I can describe him. He's not like anybody else I've ever met. He has a carrot for a nose and sticks for hair, and he can pop his head off, which makes him very, very good at charades. Hi, Jade. Ooh, 2 years old. You're getting pretty big, and you know my sister's name too, don't you? I think that's wonderful. She's my very best friend in the whole wide world. I am so excited to have another friend, and Jade, that's you. Hi, Emily. Ooh, you're 4 years old. That's so fun. When I was 4 and Anna was 2, we played together all the time. That was before my ice powers hurt her. Are you ever playing with somebody and having so much fun, and then on accident they get hurt? Maybe you're running and you're playing tag and then you bump into each other and they fall down and they're so sad and they're crying and they got hurt and you wish that you could help them more. That happened to me with Anna, except it was my ice powers that hurt her, and we had to take her to the trolls to see if they could make it better. She ended up being okay, but the only way to make her okay was to erase all of her knowledge of magic. And that included erasing her knowledge about my ice powers. So I tried to hide them away for a long time to keep Anna safe. She's so important to me, and keeping her safe is really important to me too. Of course, playing with her was important, but I always picked keeping her safe as more important than playing with her. So when she knocked on my door like this, do you know what she would ask? Uh-huh. Do you want to build a snowman? Come on, let's go and play. I never see you anymore. Come out the door. It's like you've gone away. We used to be best buddies, and now we're not. I wish you would tell me why. Do you want to build a snowman? It doesn't have to be a snowman. She would knock on my door like that at least twice a day. And whenever she did, I had to say no, that I couldn't play with her. But now I can play with her and keep her safe at the same time. I just had to practice my ice powers for a really long time, and I had to stop being so scared of my powers and just give them a try. The very first time I tried out my ice powers, guess where I was? I'll show you a picture. We're going to read a story together, and actually, let's see. I want to see how far into the story we get before you see my castle. Oh, okay, it's on the second page, so let's just start our story, okay? All right. When I was a little girl, I loved to use my sparkly snow magic to have fun with my sister, Anna. Can you find Anna on this page? Look, she's having so much fun, huh? We really had a good time together, and we still do now that I can use my powers and be careful with them at the same time. I made a snowman. Can you find my snowman? Uh-huh. There he is. He hadn't come to life yet here. He didn't come to life until we were grown-ups, but oh my goodness. He's like, I don't know. He's, I think, probably my second best friend. He loves to have fun. And do you know what his very favorite time of year is? Tell me in the comments if you know what his favorite time of year is. Or if you think it's winter, put a thumbs up reaction on this video. And if you think his favorite is summer, do a heart reaction on this video. Let's see what your votes are. I built snow mounds to slide on with magic that swirled and twirled. Oh, it was so fun. But once Anna got hurt, and we talked about this, I became afraid of my magical powers, and we talked about that too, huh? I hid them away for many years. I didn't think I was strong enough to control them, and so I tried to get rid of them. Oh my goodness, you are right. Oh, Emily, I'm proud of you. You knew it was winter, huh? Yeah, Olaf loves winter because he can be safe in the winter, right? He won't melt. But guess what? Summer is extra great for Olaf because in the summertime, he gets to have bees that buzz and kids that blow dandelion fuzz. And I'll be doing whatever snow does in summer. Yeah, snow usually melts in the summer, right? But now, summer can be his favorite even more than winter because I made something for him to keep him safe. I made him his own personal flurry, a little snow cloud that flies above his head and keeps snow coming down on him all the time. That way he can stay frozen. There were a few things that he couldn't do even with his flurry, like he couldn't go swimming because then he would still melt, but I made him something else. It's called permafrost. And the permafrost is like, it's like an armor that goes all around him and like a layer of snow that's really super strong. And that means he can even go swimming. He's actually at the beach right now. He's usually safest in the winter, but just like Jade said, summer is the best for Olaf. He likes it the most. With Anna's help, I learned how to control my powers and use them for good. Do you ever pretend like you have a power? If you had any power, what would you want it to be? You can tell me in the comments, or you can just say it out loud. While you're thinking about it, Anna, her favorite power would be, okay, she thinks maybe 2 different powers would be good. Either tropical powers, because she really does love summer, and the other idea she had is chocolate powers. Chocolate powers for her means that chocolate would come shooting out of her fingers whenever she wanted it. So she thinks she could use it to turn the fountain in our square in Arendelle into chocolate. She thinks it would make her a better queen. Oh, Jade, you would have green power? Interesting. Tell me more about your green power. What would you use it for? Could you use it to help people? I like to try and use my power to help people too. I couldn't always use my power to help people. I didn't know how. It took a lot of practice. But did you see Frozen 2? Did you see? So I made this big wall out of ice, and it protected Arendelle from the huge wall of water that was rushing down when we broke that huge stone wall. When I say we, I really mean Anna. She did a very good job of that. I'm glad that you would have green powers, and I'm sure you'd find ways to use them to help people. And even if it takes a lot of practice, we can find some way to help people, can't we? This is the ice castle that I built when I was first starting to use my powers. I was super excited because I finally felt like I was free, like I could, I don't know, like I could be myself, like I didn't have to hide who I was, like I could just let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, and that perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. The cold never bothered me anyway. I built my ice castle, and I thought that I would probably be alone there forever, but yes, I'm alone, but I'm alone and free. But then Anna came up to find me, didn't she? And I didn't know that I had accidentally frozen all of Arendelle. I just ran away so fast when everyone found out about my ice powers. And I was very sad to hear that. I didn't want Arendelle to be covered in ice and snow. I just wanted to use my powers and not hurt anybody. But now I can do it. Is there something that you have been practicing that you're proud of? Maybe writing your name, or learning how to do a somersault or a cartwheel, or maybe learning how to ride your bike or swimming? What are you learning how to do? Is there something you're proud of? I think that you can learn how to do anything. You just have to practice a lot and never give up, and always believe that you can learn how, because that's what keeps you going, keeps you trying, right? I learned how to control my powers with practicing probably about 1,000 times, and I'm really glad that I did. I hope that you remember that with practice you can learn anything too. How exciting that you're learning how to swim, Jade. That's really great. I think swimming is so fun, and I haven't always known how to swim. Did you see me running across the fjord, the water that surrounds Arendelle? I ran across it right after coronation when Anna took my glove off and I ran away to go up to the North Mountain. Yeah, I turned it to ice just by stepping on it. That's what would happen every time I stepped on water. So I never was able to swim until Anna helped me learn how to control my powers. She helped me to stop being so scared, and she helped me to be filled with love and hope. And when I felt that way, I was able to learn how to do new things like swim. I can control my powers enough that I can step under the water, and I can even dive in the waves. I met a horse under the water. He's made of water. He's actually the water spirit. I met him in the Enchanted Forest. Isn't he wonderful? I can even ride on him. We were scared of each other at first. It was hard to make friends, but we realized that we had a lot more in common than we first thought. And then we became friends, and he took me all the way to Atahallen on his back. His name is Knock, and I love being friends with him, and I love being able to swim. I'm so glad I didn't give up, because it was very hard to learn how to swim. Aw, you're welcome. I'm really glad, Jade, that you are learning something new, like swimming. I'm proud of you. I know it's not easy, and I think it's wonderful that you aren't giving up. You're going to get better every time you try. Now, there are so many wonderful things I like to do with my sparkly snow magic. I help old friends. Look, that's his flurry I was talking about. And new ones. The Enchanted Forest is full of reindeer, so we have lots of new reindeer friends. Anna and I have snowball fights in the summer and dress up in silly snow costumes. Whose idea do you think this was? Mine or Anna's? Can you tell by our faces? It was Anna's idea. She's really silly. Can you make a silly face like what Anna would do? Okay, I want you to try your very silliest face, and I will do my very silliest face too. Anna's been teaching me. I'm not super good at silly faces, but I'm going to try. Are you ready? Let's count to 3 together and then do a silly face. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've been practicing that one. And I think you are very good at making silly faces. Oh, did you know that on this Facebook group, you can share anything you like? If you want to share a picture of your silliest face or a video of you swimming to show how wonderful you are at doing it, you can share it on this group. I will respond to anything you share because we're friends now. In fact, let's take a picture together. If you turn around so your grown-ups can see you and see me at the same time, then we can both cheese together. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Cheese! Nice job. We sisters throw wonderful parties at the palace. Anna bakes tasty treats while I create beautiful ice sculptures. I like to use my powers to make things better instead of making them worse. I love strolling through the kingdom and playing with my friends. I take them sledding and ice skating. We do love winter things. Winter is my favorite. What's your favorite? If winter is your favorite, do a heart reaction on this video. And if summer is your favorite, do a thumbs up on this video. I do like them all, like Olaf does, but Olaf likes everything. But winter is my favorite. Every day together is so much fun. Now, remember I told you that I went into the Enchanted Forest? I was hearing this voice, and it sounded like this. If I do that, can you sing back to me? Okay, let's try it. Ready? Your turn. I was singing back and forth with that voice too, just like you and I were doing. And at first I thought I really didn't want to follow it. It kept waking me up, and that wasn't my favorite, because when it's time to sleep, it's time to sleep, right? It's almost time to sleep for you, huh? I'm glad I get to read you your bedtime story tonight. But I decided, after thinking about it, that I might want to go. I don't know. Oh, your favorite is the snow? Oh, and who was that? Emily. Make sure you put your name before every comment. That way, I always know exactly who it is that's telling me something. I love getting to know you better. So I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to go, and I mean, I really was thinking that it would be nice to stay home. Isn't home a wonderful place to be? I think it's my favorite place. So I started singing back to the voice with more than just, ah. And I was saying this. I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble while others don't. And there's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whispers, which I wish would go away. Oh, whoa. You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear, and if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I've ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure. I don't need something new. I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you. You know where, don't you? Into the unknown. Into the unknown. Into the unknown. But then I got to thinking, maybe it's something new, and new things feel kind of scary sometimes, right? Yeah. Have you ever been scared by something new just because it was new? That happens to me sometimes even still. And I thought, if I follow it, maybe I'll learn a little bit more about my ice powers. That would be great. I could really use some more information about using them for good and helping people. Every day my powers were getting stronger, and I really wanted to know more about them. And I had a feeling that maybe that voice was someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be. I was happy to be an Arendelle, but I felt like there was something more about my powers that I needed to know. And I was right. So we went into the Enchanted Forest. We're going to read one more book together tonight, and it is called Frozen Touch and Feel Forest. Now, it's called Forest because this is about the Enchanted Forest that I went into. It's going to show you some of the friends that I met there. Let's open up the mist that's surrounding the Enchanted Forest using our ice powers so we can get into that book and meet our new friends. I want you to focus. When I control my ice powers and use them to do something on purpose, I'm thinking about only one thing. That's called focus. Can you think about only one thing? Can you focus? Okay. The thing I want you to think about is opening up the mist. Okay? Ready? Here we go. I want you to put your hands in front of you and push them forward. Focus. Focus on the mist. And now open it. Very good. You can use that focus in other things too. If it's time to clean up, you can focus on only one thing, cleaning up. And then when you're done with cleaning up, then you can focus on something different instead. Focusing lets you be in charge of what you're doing. Just like focusing lets me be in charge of what my ice powers are doing. Now we've opened up the mist, so we're going to open it up in the book too. On a crisp autumn day, Olaf sets off to explore the magical enchanted forest. What will he find along the way? I'm going to give you a clue about the very first friend that we meet. This friend is very large. There's more than one of them. They're very, very large, like big like buildings. And they like to take naps, and they're very, very strong. Do you know who I'm talking about? Somebody that helped Anna break that wall down? As Olaf walks down the path, he finds earth giants taking a nap. There they are. Olaf is careful to be quiet as he moves past them so he doesn't wake them up. Let's count how many earth giants there are. 1, 2, 3. You did good, Jade. You knew exactly who I was talking about, huh? Now, let's turn the page really carefully and really quiet so we don't wake them up, okay? Can you be really quiet for me? Shh. Let's turn the page. Good job. Whew, we're past them now. We don't have to be so quiet. Past the sleeping giants, Olaf sees a small salamander with spots resting on a log. This is no ordinary salamander. It's a special, do you know what it is? The fire spirit in disguise. His name is Bruni, and he and I are really good friends now. He has fire power, which was making the whole forest catch on fire when I first met him. I was able to put out the fire using my ice powers, but I was also able to help Bruni learn how to control his fire. I'm so proud of him for learning how to do that. I think it's wonderful. Just like Bruni can learn how to control his fire powers and I can learn how to control my ice powers, you can learn anything new too. Through a clearing, Olaf sees a flowing brook. The powerful spirit in this brook looks like a horse and guards the water. Do you know who it is? I already told you about him, right? How I met him under the water. There he is. Can you find him? Knock, remember? On his way back to Arendelle, Olaf discovers a pile of colorful autumn leaves. He jumps into it with glee as an invisible spirit swirls the leaves around to Olaf's delight. I'm not going to show you the picture yet because I want to see if you can guess this one. Who is invisible? You can't see her, but you can see what she does and what she moves. There she is. Look at how happy Olaf is. She can be very powerful and way too strong. Have you ever seen wind that's way too strong and it can actually damage things? Wind can be really strong, but it can also be gentle too. A nice breeze. Well, this is Gale. You got it, Jade. And Gale can be very gentle and very strong at different times. She is learning how to control her powers too, just like me. I don't want my ice powers to be too strong. I want to be able to make them strong when they need to be strong, but be gentle when it's time to be gentle. You can do that too, right? Be gentle when it's time to be gentle. I want you to know that you are perfect just the way you are. I'm so grateful to be your friend. There's nobody in the whole world that is like you. Nobody else. So this is my only chance to get to be friends with you, and I love it. I hope that you don't change who you are. I want you to stay exactly who you are, and guess what? You can be a better you every single day. That's what I try to do, and that's what Anna tries to do. I'm not trying to get rid of my powers anymore. I like who I am. And you know who helped me with that? My mother did. When I went to Atahallen, she was there, and she helped me to remember that it's okay to be me. I shouldn't try to be somebody different. She loves me with my ice powers, and she's proud of me for not giving up until I learn how to control them. And her lullaby to me helped me to find her, and when she sang it back to me, helped me to be my best self all the time. I'm going to sing that lullaby to you before I say goodnight. Are you ready? Cuddle close, scooch in. Where the north wind meets the sea, there's a river full of memories. Sleep, my darling, safe and sound, for in this river all is found. In her waters, deep and true, lie the answers and a path for you. Dive down deep into her sound, but not too far or you'll be drowned. I am grateful that I went on that adventure to the Enchanted Forest, and I'm grateful that I went on an adventure in books with you. Thank you so much for being here with me and for being my friends. The C.H. Booth Library is here for you too. They have so many fun ways for you to go on more adventures in books this summer, and you don't even have to leave your own house. It's amazing. I am so excited to get to know you. Thank you very much for being here with me. Can you catch a goodnight kiss from me? Here it comes. Thank you so much. Good night.